Happy Friday, everybody. It's time for Selling Microsoft Teams Rooms. You've got just Jimmy this week. Mehryn is under the weather a little bit, so feel better, Mehryn. Have a good weekend, and we will catch up next week. But it's time. It's time for the most exciting 10 minutes of Microsoft Teams Room news of the week. We're going to start with a show that myself, Michelle Bauman, Tony Woodruff, and Matt Slomka did this week about Laps. Now, if you don't know about Laps, Microsoft Teams Rooms now allow the local administrator password solution to be on there. Now, this is for customers that want to rotate their administrator password. It is not about the user account. It's not about those kind of things. It is about the local administrator password on the device itself. That's what it does. But go check this out. It was actually a really good talk. We had a whole bunch of people on live that were asking questions and things like that. So we're answering them as they came on. If you've got more questions about Laps, make sure to put comments in there. Also, notes for Teams Rooms on Windows, Teams Rooms on Android this week. There was a new firmware that was released. These are the release notes that are there. They are posted. Please keep up with your things. Also, my friend Michelle Bauman actually put up a great time lapse of Autopilot. Andrew Higgs has been out there teaching people about Autopilot and actually did a Train 24 session about it. Michelle actually put it up in real time, allowing it to go through, seeing it. We're going to have more about Autopilot. We're going to have some things to share with you in the future, but Autopilot is an unbelievable advancement for Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows, allowing that no-touch deployment just in a series of time. We've all been through that, updating systems and things like that. Autopilot allows a lot of this. Also, my friend Craig Durr did a session with Albert Koyman. Now, many people out in the community know Albert. He is the senior director at Microsoft behind Microsoft Teams Room Systems, and he has some great insight with Craig Durr when he's talking about things. So make sure to check out that video as well. Enhancing screen sharing with AV1 and Microsoft Teams. Now, this is a blog post. I missed it last week, but I did want to highlight this. AV1 is actually a codec that's out there that can help the bandwidth of sharing while getting better. They've got the blog posts, they've got videos that actually show you the difference between the two, actually using an Excel spreadsheet, which is the common use case when you need good bandwidth. Seeing those little lines, seeing things that are in there on Excel is something that's really, really important. It is time for you to take your Microsoft Teams Room sales badge. And if you are taking your Microsoft Teams Room sales badge, we know that there are thousands of you in progress. We know there are thousands that have actually completed this, but we want to help you with some questions that are here. What are some of the unique benefits of using Microsoft Teams Room Pro over the Teams Room Basic? Now, Teams Room Pro and Teams Room Basic are the two licenses that go in here. Again, we point this out all the time. That select all apply is actually a key to this. Now, what's the correct answer? The correct answer are the top three that are there: multi-camera support, dual screen support, and Entra conditional access polys, allowing you to actually bring it into Intune. The secure operating system is always there for Teams Room Pro or Teams Room Basic, allowing you to actually use Teams Room systems that are out there. Now, if you have gotten your badge, make sure to post it on LinkedIn. Make sure to share it with everybody out there. I've seen a lot of people actually have it in their email signatures as well. It's really, really great. We're going to have some news on the Teams Room technical badge and bootcamp coming very, very soon as well. But before we get to that, it is time for the AI prompt of the week, my favorite part of the thing. I have not seen this yet, so let's check it out, and let's roll the clip with Michelle Bauman.
Welcome to a new episode of Copilot Prompt of the Week. This week's prompt is inspired by one of my peers at Microsoft called Peter, and he created a personal style guide. Now, personal style guide is really a summary of your unique communication styles and preferences, and it helps you to define how you want to sound and what you want to say in your messaging and blogs. And creating this guide will really save you time, but most of all, improve consistency and enhance your personal brand. So let's jump into the prompt. Look at my emails, chats, and Teams meetings from the last 2 weeks. Use these messages to distill a personal brand voice document that I can use to inform you on my personal voice and style. Now, the great thing about Copilot is that you can have a conversation, so you don't have to just stick to just one prompt. So let's follow up with a second prompt. Please create this as a document that captures my personal brand voice and style. And as you see, it creates the document. And what you can do is you can copy this text, paste it into a Word document, and then whenever you want to write a new blog, you open Copilot in Word and you ask Word to write a blog on, for example, the new autopilot and auto login features for Microsoft Teams rooms, and ground itself on that personal style guide. Hopefully that was useful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.
That was a great one, showing the power of multiple co-pilots actually in play. We do this all the time. Myself and Michelle will share prompts between each other, but that is the AI prompt of the week. Go watch this one. Go look at the previous ones as well. We're trying to help everybody with this generative AI. Now, also, I want to say something about generative AI, because there was a blog post that actually has how Microsoft is helping employees self-service with guardrails. You know, a lot of people look at their document governance and things like that. This is a blog about how Microsoft is actually doing that. Now, let's go ahead and look at some of the roadmap items. There were two things in Message Center that I wanted to point out. One is drive Microsoft Teams adoption with organizational messages. This is a great way to actually reach everybody into the organization. Maybe you want to do something around Teams rooms, maybe you want to do something else, but a great new feature inside of Teams. Also, Microsoft Teams rooms, updated Android paired touch panels. Go check out these two Message Center sides. And in the roadmap side, I also wanted to point out something great inside of Microsoft. The new Microsoft Planner begins to roll out to general availability. Planner is this key which brings together the simplicity of Microsoft to-do lists with the idea of even Microsoft Project and things like that, allowing it to roll out. The Planner allows you to do so many things and scale it up as well. For upcoming events, we've got a few upcoming events, but my biggest thing is CommsV Next. I'm really, really excited. Myself and Michael Tressler will be presenting something, and it's going to be actually really, really fun. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, please go get your tickets. I heard there are limited tickets available. I want to make sure that everybody here actually goes, has fun, and learns from the people that are actually out there doing it as well. Also, next week, I will be with 300 of my closest friends up in Toronto, north of the border, up at Teams Room World Toronto. We have a whole list of speakers. We have a whole bunch of stuff. I'll be up there, like I said, and many, many others from Microsoft will be there. I hope to see you up there. With that, that is the end of the show. That is the end of the Just Jimmy Selling Microsoft Teams Rooms. I hope this was good, because I don't have anybody to yell at. I don't have anybody to bounce the ideas off of, but I love that everybody's inside of the comments and doing things. With that, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out every single week. Thank you to everybody who helps us, who comes and says hi, and actually amplifies our message of Microsoft Teams Rooms. And with that, I'm going to say have a great weekend, and Mehryn, feel better, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. You make it all worthwhile. You make me feel alive. I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.